Greetings, everyone. Welcome. I'm so excited. I don't know about you, but I'm so glad that my 600-pound life is back. So we are in season 10. And I do want to do a brief review and recap of episode 3. Now, this episode did feature a woman named Bianca from Tennessee. Now, this woman is 36 years old. She lives with her boyfriend, Romonte, and their two children. I think she had a son. Yeah, she did have a son from a previous relationship, and then their daughter. That's their daughter together. So, and before I get into that, I want to hear from you all. Let me know what you thought about this episode. Were you surprised? Like, let me know. Let's get the conversation going. So, in this episode again, we got Bianca living with her boyfriend Romonte. Now, one thing that was interesting about Romonte, he was saying like, oh, Bianca's she's supposed to be my helpmeet, and he was just basically kind of venting about him having to cook and clean and take care of the children, that she really can't do much because of her size. What was interesting that they met each other on this message board that was dedicated to people who had the gastric sleeve or I guess other weight loss type procedures. So that's how they met. So keep in mind they both had a gastric sleeve. Now you see in the image I have here, he's significantly smaller than she has. Looks like he's been maintaining his weight loss. And Bianca, she's huge, right? She said once she got pregnant again, she went back into bad habits like snacking and soda, and she gained all that weight she lost and then some. So he, again, what stood out to me, he was kind of venting like she can't really do much. She gained all this weight. To me, he came off as like he was tired of her. Now, the show opened, he was preparing breakfast and she had all these pancakes and bacon and she was just eating it like it was her last meal. And he gave this big, humongous jar of uh, syrup, maple syrup. I never seen a jar so large. And she was asking if there were any more pancakes. And again, he seemed quite irritated with her. Now, when he went to prepare dinner, it was like spaghetti. And I noticed he came to the table. She was like, give me, I'm paraphrasing, she's like, give me like 4 or 5 toasts for Monte. And he put 2 plates. This woman had 2 plates of spaghetti and all this Texas toast. And that was her meal. I thought one of the plates was for him. No, it was her meal. And the way she was eating that spaghetti was just so disgusting and just like a slob. And she thought it was cute, but no, ma'am, it wasn't cute at all. So literally, all this woman seemed to do was get out of bed to eat. Now she does work for a call center a few days a week. I'll give her that. She worked from home, but outside of that, she just ugh. So they head to Houston, right? And on the drive there, before they head out the city, they gotta stop by Jack in the Box. Did y'all notice how Romonte, I wouldn't say sneak dissing, because to me he was overtly dissing her, but she, again, I'm paraphrasing, she's like, oh baby, I'm so hungry, I gotta eat before we get on the road. So they stop by Jack in the Box. She give this long list of food. Her list for herself was so long, included a milkshake, and then the Romonte got 3 burgers, for him and the children, some French fries. Like his order was so simple. And then she was like, oh baby, I feel so much better now, baby. And he was like, oh, you feel better now? Like he just seemed so irritated with his woman. He's just dissing her and everything. So I want to know what y'all think about Romonte. When they get to the hotel, he gotta push her and like that. I don't know the name of the thing, but the bellhop used, and he was like, I can't help you up no more, my back, or something like that. So that was wild. Now when they get to Dr. Now office, she get on the scale. I think she weighs like 604, and Ramonte like, there it is. There it is. And Bianca's like, what that mean? So their dynamic, it was funny to me, right? So of course Dr. Now goes over the plan for her that she needs to follow. He is concerned because she has had weight loss surgery before. So he's concerned about scar tissue. They get back home. She's following the plan. And, Dr. Now always recommends that his patients move to Houston. This series about getting surgery and, really, getting things done. So he seemed like, to me, Romonte, he did seem irritated with her, but it seemed like he wanted to see her do better. So when they're, in the process of moving to Houston, I noticed Bianca said, we've been looking for apartments online. We're not really finding anything. And Romonte, like, just pray about it. If we find something, it's God's will. If we don't find something, it's not God's will. Like, that's such a passive way to think. Isn't there a scripture that says faith without works is dead? Like, so I didn't agree with their thought process, and I could see right then that Romonte had some, I would say, he didn't seem like he really wanted to move to Houston, because to say that is like, bro, that's ridiculous. So she does end up finding a place. Her and Romonte break up, and I was like, wow, that's sad, because he seemed like supportive as far as with the children. He was really great with the children. He did seem irritated with her, but I'm honest, didn't really see that coming, that they break up. So I felt bad for her that, they broke up at such a critical time when she really needs support and love. But I understand some journeys you just got to thug it out by yourself. So they do move to Houston. I think one of her family members accompany her, and she does, she does end up getting a weight loss surgery. So I was proud of Bianca to see that. Again, I was sad that that they broke up. And I wonder, is Romonte a homosexual? Like, did he work? Because it seems like his job was to take care of her. And they lived in a small city in Tennessee. So I imagine the cost of living is not that high. So it probably didn't take a lot of money to take care of household expenses and food, whatever. So again, Bianca gets the surgery. They can't do a full gastric bypass because of her scar tissue, but she does get, I think it was a sleeve, I can't recall, or something he does. But again, she couldn't get the full bypass because of her scar tissue. So, the show ends and she got down to 400 some pounds. I hope she's still losing weight on her journey. I'm so proud of Bianca for losing weight. When she went through her story, she had lost her mother, her father, her stepfather. So she's experienced a lot of loss, even loss of Romonte. She's in an abusive relationship before Romonte. So I was proud of her to not let those things keep her down and keep her back. Because, sometimes in life, a lot of times we don't have the best coping skills, and we fall into those old patterns, those patterns that are self-defeating. So all in all, I thought this was a great episode. This is one of my favorite episodes in a long time, because her and Romonte's exchanges. Again, I was surprised to see that he left her. I thought he was in it for the long haul, but it seems like he didn't sign up for her to allow herself to get so big. Maybe he had a side piece. He went to her house. I wonder, cause like, damn, he just left old girl like that. But proud of her for doing the thing in spite of those circumstances. What else I would say? I hope she's on the right track. I know she's on Facebook, but she doesn't really talk about much. I think she did say that she is still on the right course, but I hope to see an update from her. She is still in Houston. Uh, hope to see an update from her. Like I said, this episode was really funny to me because Romonte, he was like, she's supposed to be my help me. I'm old, she young. He just told me how he had to take care of her, and like to see him help her get into bed. And she said like, oh, I keep the bathroom door open when I use the bathroom because I want Romonte to hear me in case I need help. Like, ew, lady, come on. Oh my God. Like, and again, I seen this image. This woman was humongous. Like, the human body is something else, that it can actually hold 600 pounds. That, like, wow, the human body is amazing. But that's all I have. I want to hear y'all thoughts on this episode. Let me know what you thought about it. Be sure to like, subscribe, because I will be reviewing more of this season. I'm kind of picking up with this one, but I will be doing more reviews on my 600-pound life. Like the video, share it, leave your thoughts below. Until the next one later, y'all stay safe and blessed.